Only one walked among the poor and the helpless. Only one gave up his own cloak to place around the shoulders of a blind old woman to keep out the nightly air that kills in the darker hours. Only one carried firewood to warm the night and show illumination in the gloom. Where were you when all this was done and death was our only companion? I never saw thee. But then one day thou dost appear, like some nasty ghoul that forgot to hide upon the rise of daylight, like a demon without horns, but still as shrill and hollow as any pipe, upon which your master plays with endless breath, for he does blow, and thou doth speak empty words that do not belong to you, but to another many leagues away. Thou art a barren husk, containing nothing of substance. Thou should be gone, and trouble us no longer.
Fine words, my young lord, spoken like one inexperienced in this world and the world of men. Tell a poor, humble, empty servant of a distant king what thou knowest of the poor and hungry. When, my good lord, hast thou ever gone without thy meat or bread or wine? When, my youthful lord, hast thou given up thy cloak? When hast thou ever walked amongst the destitute? When did thee last bring hope to those that live in the soil and dirt? What dost thou know of filth and pain? Thou art the son of a wealthy man that never has known the desire of want. Never hast thou put thy palms together, imploring an unseen hand to ease the trials of all that is around you. Thou speakest of suffering. Thou knowest nothing of what thou preachest. Hollow am I? Empty words from one in a distant land. I was born with no roof but the open sky. The stars in heaven were my family. No wet nurse laid me in the crib. I drew my blade, but as a boy. It tasted crimson blood when I was but 10 summers long. And I grasped and struggled from day after endless day to keep myself and those I value fed and clothed. The night winds are nothing new to those in the south. Our babes die as easily as yours. Our old feel the pains within their stomachs as keenly as any that do here. We perish in the bitter cold nights as well. You think times are harsh, only to those that see the early rising sun. You were wrong, my innocent, naive, and gutless lord. Consider carefully, my quick-to-action lord, if that is the course thou truly wishest to pursue. To many in this kingdom thou art an abomination. Large thou may be, tall, broad-shouldered, strong, but even the strongest of the strong have weaknesses. Thou hast more than most.
Thou should not speak of me.
Thy arm, for is it an arm, half an arm? May thou scratch thy nose with such a tool, or dost thou lower such a trunk as that, fearing to fall forward under such a weight that the earth doth strain to carry it?
I will not.
Do not cry, for thy eyes do weep for all the world to see, and thy mouth, what hath that swallowed recently?
You!
Another step, my misshaped lord, will be thy last. For if you draw, the custom being upon my side, I may strike thee dead with one blow of my sword. Shrewd, my young lord, Your death fits not within my instructions. And as thou art not the king of Bamburgh, I shall have no dealings with thee. Therefore, go in peace. Remember not our words. Thou art but young, and life has many lessons still to give. Leave our tiredness.
I shall return, but never forget thy words, spoken with hate, against myself, our people, and this noble state. For this time is over, my blade drawn, and should do battle and conquer, covered and running in his blood.
My lord, the 7 days have run their course. Have you the coins owed, my master? Speak, my lord, for the day is upon you, and no appeal may now be heard. Either thou hast what is thus owed, or forfeit shall be this castle and its chattels. Lay forth, and make a reckoning of all that must be paid, or live in disgrace.
My Lord High Sheriff...
The answer to my question, good my lord.
If I may crave upon your patience...
Patience, my lord, has been given these last 7 days.
I have yet to hear of news that may place both you and your master...
My master hath no more patience to be given. The debt is owed, and the payment is demanded. Do you, my lord, have it?
I beg, my most High Sheriff...
Do not beg for shame. Thou must find what thou owes. Do you have it? Then, my lord, I have my answer.
Consider that which you will do if you return this day unto the south.
I will take my leave.
If this castle is lost, where will my people lay their heads at the darkening of the sun, without the shelter offered by these strong walls, the bread upon which they eat? How, my gentle lord, will those unable in this cruel and unforgiving land to live out the remainder of their days? For the sake of pity, have you no heart to call upon? No reason to understand the sufferings of those less fortunate than yourself? No moment of conscience when thou may say, I give thee more time? For myself, before thee I ask nothing that thou mayst give to me, but for my people, my servants, my family, surely thou can find mercy in thy soul. Service and combat has been thy employment, and you do honor your master in all you perform, but he cannot have meant for this to be the answer to the confusion before us. Please, my kindly and considerate friend, reconsider all that your master has asked of me. For I am sure that never can he have imagined this would be the conclusion. I see some pity in thine eyes, spy some hope that you are an honest man, and wish no harm upon those unable to defend themselves. What say you, my temperate and moderate friend? Let us agree a time. A month, a week, a day, so that I may hear of goodly news that will restore the fine name of all that reside within Bamburgh Castle. I know that thou art concerned for the honest, good, simple people that do no harm, and do not deserve upon this season to use the cold, damp earth as their bed. Agree with me, with an oath, as true and honest as thy mind can give, to never, at sword point or beating stick, to drive the broken from their homes. Let us swear this now, and be forever kinsmen and brothers.
My lord, the concerns thou hast spoken of are not mine. You wanted always to be thought a good man. The world, my lord, doth not count the worth of the good, only the wealthy, and the two never were agreeable. Now hear me, for I speak as if the southern monarch were here in person. Thou hast failed to pay that which thou knowest thou owes. Within this month, men will arrive and take possession of this castle. removing those that have proved futile to pay thy debts. So will it be with you. If no funds shall be presented, all will be removed without ceremony. Appeals will not be heard. Do not attempt to fill the air with that which will do thee no good. I shall go.
My Lord High Sheriff!
Do not for shame upon thy knees beg. I am no more than a tool within the force that is my master. You have not paid. The day will come.
My hopes are dead and gone. These walls will never stand against a heartless foe or home taken by another's hand.
Oswig,
My young lord?
the Lord High Sheriff of York, has departed.
He has.
Will he return?
I cannot say, my young lord.
Speak, as thou lovest my father,
I do not know.
within thy heart.
I think they will return.
Where be my father?
Upon the battlements walked he, when I last did see him. Shall I attend thee, my young lord?
No, Oswig. I alone will be my father's servant.
Then I shall attend the queen, thy mother. I take my leave.
Go, Oswig. See what can be done. I fear for Bamburgh beneath this setting sun.
In episode 1 of The Beast of Bamburgh, Nigel Peaver was Elfwald. Robin Ingram was Theodric. Paul Whiting was the Lord High Sheriff of York. Ben Morris was Oswick. Annabel Spinks-Jones was Felicia. Juliet Vaughan Turner was Isabella. Dan Dawes was Telvar. Hannah Hughes was Clarice. Adam Courting was Edmund. Adam Boyle was Ragnall. Rory Hobson, Jean-Luc Murphy and Hiral Vasani were the guards, peasants and children. All other parts were played by members of the cast. Artwork for the production was by Sheila Jackson. Music was composed and performed by Paul Whiting, based on a story by Jessie Ray. And the play The Beast of Bamburgh was written and directed by John Fryer. The Beast of Bamburgh, Episode 1 is an audio production for Political Art.